Hi guys, welcome. Okay, so I finally made it. I didn't get a chance to come on earlier because I just had a lot going on, and anyway, so I'm here now. And things went really well with the babysitter tonight, so I'm glad. I'm very glad. Anyhow, let me find it here. So, will I be successful if I apply to schools right now, or should I wait for the test results? Okay, let's see. Will I be successful if I apply now? Yeah, I think you will be successful now. I think you'll do fine. Um, Mustafa, what would Miriam do the next time I ran into her in the hallway? I always run into her at school. I paused and held my arms out, inviting her to hug me, and was very gentle. Okay. What would Miriam do if the next time I ran into her in the hallway? Okay, let's see. I think she would be argumentative. I don't think that she would give in to that. I think that she would either make a face or give you a hard time about it. I know, I wouldn't suggest it. Because I think that if you do that, it opens you up to her turning you down. And I think that's what she wants to do. Not because she wants to do it, but because her ego wants her to. Like, she wants to make it like you're chasing after her. And she would love to, like, blow you off or brush you off in front of other people. I don't like that game that she's playing, you know? But anyhow, T Vet General Love. Got a lot of action happening here. So first you have a Pisces around you. You also have a Leo coming in, or the Leo is going to be around you, and they're going to show you a lot of respect and interest. The Leo, I believe. Now you have the Two of Cups, which means committed relationship could be on the way, but the person is going to be your choice. No longer holding yourself back. You also have a Taurus coming in. Good Lord. You got a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you feel like you got the world at your feet. So you got some stuff happening. It's not going to be boring, that's for sure. Elizabeth, what's coming for me in love and career the next 30 days? Okay, when it comes to career, things change for the better quickly. You could get at least two new opportunities in the next couple of weeks. You got good karma coming in around work, career, and success. Somebody could offer you more money, like a significant amount more, um, in the next 30 days. And I would say there's at least two different opportunities. When it comes to love, you may be feeling like you're at a standstill or like nothing is changing. And things are very slow to change right now. But you do have money coming in. There's money coming in around the job thing. Career, money, and finances look much better, and love looks like it's a little bit stagnant. There are plenty of people here, but it doesn't look like there's much forward movement or many decisions being made in the next 30 days. You've got You got celebration around a large sum of money and money flowing to you, but that's a work thing. When it comes to love, you may be feeling a little bit like blah about it. But that might change moving more into November because you are coming into good luck. You have a Pisces, you have a Leo, you have a Virgo, you have a Libra, you have happiness coming out, but that's more towards the end of the year. And before the end of the year, someone from your past should be coming back. So the next 30 days, I don't see too much movement when it comes to love, but there are opportunities. There may not be any like decisions or things moving forward real fast in the next 30 days. A lot more happening around career. New me, should I buy this full moon ritual I'm thinking of? Um, ah, the cards are indicating listen to your intuition. I'm only getting a 33% chance with one ace that you should buy the ritual. Um, my suggestion would be, I mean, the cards indicate listen to your intuition. If you're buying something and you're doing it yourself, like you're buying, somebody's selling you a kit with a candle, herbs, oil, I would say do it because it's something you're doing, you're putting your energy into it, and you're buying something and you're physically getting something. But if you're paying somebody to do something and it's a crazy amount of money, then I would suggest not doing it. Like if you're going to give like a random person $300 to do something under the full moon, I would think twice about it. If you're buying something and you're going to do it yourself, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But the cards indicate listen to your intuition, 33% chance yes, which to me is kind of low. Um, yeah, I'm okay. I don't know why I'm tired. I think because I came home from work and I ate. um, and sometimes after I eat, I get tired. Anyway, Kiki, is my personality the reason why nobody wants me? No. People do want you. There's nothing wrong with your personality. No, it's like a timing thing. It's like the time is just not there. You know that happens sometimes. Um, sometimes it's just not a good time for love, or it's not a good time for travel, or it might not be a good time for money. I went through a period of time where money was so tight, and I was really getting scared. Like I had like pretty much gone through all my savings, and it was just like a really bad time money wise for me. Sometimes it's planetary. Sometimes you just got to get through that, whatever it is that's causing it. Sometimes it can be like a planetary transit that's making that happen. Sometimes it's, we have to do work on ourselves, or, like there's so many different things that could be preventing or blocking a relationship coming in. Um, Number one is wanting, desiring, needing, and feeling like, oh my God, I have to have it now. Like that tends to put up a lot of resistance. So, that may be what's holding you up, but it has nothing to do with your personality. There's nothing wrong with your personality. Mustafa, will I catch up on the work I'm behind on in my accounting class before the midterm in 2 weeks? Yes, you should be able to catch up. Lissa, may I ask current feelings and plans of Martin the Cap? Martin the Sag towards me, the Capricorn. He doesn't really seem to have all that much planned. It looks like spontaneity may make things change for the better for you, because you've got celebration comes in around things changing for the better spontaneously. Happiness comes in. but I don't think it's something he's planning on. It might be that you run into him somewhere. It's something spontaneous that brings you there. Maybe you're at the right place at the right time, or you run into each other somewhere, but he doesn't have any plans right now to do anything. Sepia, what's next? The next moves, Rommel's next moves. Okay. You got to wish around the situation, so put that out into the universe. He may be showing you a little bit more interest or a little bit more attention over the next week or so. Um, you also may be feeling a little bit more spiritually connected to him. Growth and transformation comes in around this situation, starting with a new beginning of some type. The Fool can be a new beginning, any kind of a new journey. It could be hanging out together more, or like an activity, doing like a certain activity together. Like, hey, we're going to take, I don't know, kickboxing classes together. Whatever it is, it's usually positive. It's usually lighthearted, fun, and carefree. But it's usually some kind of a new journey. So I think that over the next couple of days, you should either hear from him or see him more, or the energy around the situation should change and be a little bit more light, fun, and spontaneous. Talia, general for tomorrow. Energy around tomorrow is abundant, a new beginning, and strong. Um, hmm, yeah, it's like lucky energy, a new beginning, well balanced energy, but busy, strong, busy energy tomorrow. Tomorrow should be interesting, like kind of like a powerful day. Anthony, does the Cancer girl think about me and why? Who is coming into my life apart from her? Okay. Yeah, you cross her mind quite frequently. Things remind her of you. She thinks about you frequently. You've got a Taurus coming in. You also have another Earth sign coming in. So there's a Taurus, but then there could be another Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. You also have a fire sign coming in, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. The Sagittarius may come in very passionate and exuberant. They may come in like have a lot of um, like a very outgoing, bubbly personality. Talia, will I get promoted this month? I'm not convinced it happens this month. I'm only getting a 33% chance it happens this month. Sepia, career. Oh, okay, so you have cause for celebration and happiness coming out around your career. Eight of Pentacles, maybe going back to school or learning some sort of a new skill. It also could be on the job training of some type. Five of Pentacles in reverse, feeling a little bit less concerned or worried about money. And the Eight of Wands, things change for the better around your career. Things start to pick up speed and you're heading towards all 10 cups being full. So that's a good thing for sure. Kiki, why did Zach talk to Jasmine and not me? Do they have a past? They had something going on in the past, like they knew each other for a long time, or they've been friends longer. It looks like something from the past brought them back together. It might have been a karmic thing, but I don't know that they talk to each other anymore. There's anxiety, arguments, and the devil around them. So I don't know that they're still talking to each other. Or maybe like they had a conversation once, but I don't think it was a big deal. Um, and why didn't he talk to you? I don't know the circumstances. Like, were you like in public somewhere and he spoke to her and he didn't see you? Or he saw you but didn't come over to you? Because around you, it shows that he showed you a little bit of disrespect. And the Four of Wands in reverse is like, it's not great energy. You know, it's like, I don't know if he was in a bitchy mood or what. Or he was just being, well, he's got an indecision around him. Kind of like feeling like he was in a bitchy mood and he kind of did it on purpose. Like he knew you would be upset by it. But it also seems like it was a fleeting moment. It's not like he talks to her all the time. It was just a moment in time and he was an asshole. That's the way it comes off. Like I know it's going to piss him off if I talk to her and not him, and I'm going to be an asshole. Like that's how, but it doesn't seem like this is an ongoing thing. It seems like it just happened to be like that place, like it was like the circumstance, you know what I mean? It wasn't premeditated or something like that. It was just something that happened. It was kind of like a dick move. It's the best way I can explain that. Mustafa, sorry, I know that I ask a lot. No, that's fine. Will I be successful to be able to avoid the family members from my dad's side that I want to avoid for the next 2 years? All right, let's see. 70% chance, yes. So for the most part, you are going to be able to avoid them. There's, you know, sometimes like there may be a situation where you can't get out of it totally, or you're, you know, like 70% chance for the most part, you're not going to have to deal with these people. Could there be a situation where you have no choice in 2 years? Maybe, but it's like slim chances. For the most part, I think you can avoid them, and it shouldn't be a problem. Um, Lydia, haven't talked to you go in 3 days. Any good news? Okay, let's see. Yes, you've got good news. First card, the Lover's card. Happiness, feeling like the world is at your feet. Coming into a point of good luck. Listen to your intuition. You should be hearing from him. Yeah, I'm going to say probably before the end of the weekend you should hear from him. Ronnie, general for October. Can't believe it's already October. I mean, it's crazy. October, well, all right, because this is general. So, Six of Swords could be moving on to greener pastures, or it could be planning on taking a trip to water, by water, or across water. It could be taking the trip or planning the trip. Either way, you do have some adventure coming in, some lighthearted, carefree, spontaneous times come in the month of October. You've got Seven of Pentacles in reverse, feeling like all the hard work that you put into your career, put out into the universe, is starting to, the fruits of your labor are starting to bloom. So that's good. You got a Sagittarius around you. You have a Capricorn around you in the month of October. You got passion coming in. No longer feeling like I'm sitting around here waiting for my ship to come in. My ship is coming in. Somebody that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time reaches out to you in the month of October. You could even have a new love interest that shows up that might be a Scorpio. You also have a Taurus coming in. The power of manifestation in the month of October. Focus on what you want and not what you don't want. It should be a busy month. Sepia love for the next 3 days. 30 days. Okay, you got some ups and downs, but overall, it's looking pretty good. So you have the month begins with a little bit of sharp energy or feeling a little bit annoyed, but that goes away fast, and there's something to celebrate around a connection that you feel with. Um, Two of Cups could be entering a new relationship, spending more time with somebody, whatever it is, it's positive. It's like the union of the souls. Then once we get into the month of October, it looks like there's a creative project you may be working on that could be a lot of fun, and maybe a journey that you're doing together, whatever it is, it's fun. Then at some point you have a minor tower moment. It's not the biggest deal, it's in reverse. But you get past it, slow and steady wins the race, and strength comes in around your current relationship. Listen to your intuition. No longer holding yourself back. You're leaving disappointment and heartache in the past, and now you're starting to feel a little bit more respected towards the end of the month. Overall, this month, it looks like you're moving on to greener pastures and you're letting go of the weight of the world being on your shoulders. So, love, even though it might not be like all rainbows and unicorns, it's starting to get better and you're a little bit more in control and you're ready to be in control. So, I think it's going to be a pretty decent month, love wise. Mustafa, how can I stay focused solely on school? I keep getting distracted. Okay, well, it shows for you. All right, slow and steady wins the race. So my suggestion would be, if especially if you get overwhelmed by like a large, um, like load, if you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get all this shit done? And it's overwhelming. My suggestion would be, give yourself like, start with like, all right, I'm going to work for an hour and then I'm taking a break. But in that hour, you have to stay focused. Give it all you got in that hour, do as much as you can in that hour, and then maybe take a break for 2 hours or take a break for a half hour. If you feel like you need to take a break to do whatever, I mean, like you don't have to like nail your nose to the book, but make sure that like if you have set times and like, all right, so let's just say, for example, you have tomorrow, say the whole day, you have nothing to do but go to school and then you have free time to do your work. So let's just say, for example, you're available from 4 until the rest of the evening. Like that's it. You're done with school, you're home at 4. I would come home, give yourself an hour to unwind, and then I would say, okay, listen, from 5 to 6, I'm doing nothing but homework, or nothing but work. That's it. And then take a break. And then, okay, 7 o'clock, from 7 to 8, nothing but work. And then if you're going to go out, go out. And then Saturday morning, I'm getting up, and from 8 to 9, nothing but work. Like, sometimes I have to do that with myself just because it's hard for me to, like sometimes it's worse when you don't have anywhere to go because it's like, yeah, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. And then before you know it, the whole fucking place is upside down. So I'll do that with myself. I'll be like, okay, it's okay to watch TV for an hour. But at 1 o'clock, we're going out for a walk. You've got to walk for an hour. Then when we come back inside, now once you start to get moving and you get the ball rolling, it's easy. So once you start with like, okay, I'm setting aside 1 hour, then you start to go on a roll. Okay, I'm going to take a break for a half hour, but I have to go back from 7 to 8. And if you just stick to it, you'll find you get things done, because I get a little distracted too sometimes. But it's in your capability to do it. So it's like you have to make up your mind to do it, because the cards are suggesting that if you focus on it, you can get it done. So if you say like this is how I look at things sometimes. Say your friends want to go out, right? So I'm going to go out tomorrow night at 9. If you've allotted, well, I'm going to work from 8:30 to 9:30. You don't stop at 9 to go out. You can, so you do it a half hour later. You go out a half hour later. You know what I mean? In the scheme of things, you're not going to miss anything by going out a half an hour later, but you will finish a lot more work in that half hour if you stick to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's helped me get things done when I feel like, God, I could just be a bum and not do anything. Staying focused for just a short amount of time and then taking breaks, but staying on that schedule, I think is really helpful. Anyway, I hope that helps. Mustafa, messages from the spirit guides. The Five of Water. Things not turning out things not turning out the way you hoped. Not seeing the positive side of a situation, crying over spilt milk. The Six of Air. Things are looking up. Okay, so after things don't turn out the way that you expect them to, things turn around for you. The end of a difficult situation, and you could be taking a trip. The Page of Air. Logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays. Ooh, excuse me. Delays or changes to plans. The truth is delivered without tact. Challenging information. So it looks like the messages are like going through a little bit of a hard time, and then you go through a better time, and then you get some challenging information. It's kind of up and down. Mustafa, general for the next 4 weeks. Got the Magician here. The Magician and the Eight of Wands. You can manifest almost anything you want, and life can change for the better quickly. Focus on what you want. Get that work done. You got 10 of Pentacles. You have a large sum of money coming your way. It looks like you have a long road ahead of you, or you may be feeling like you have a long road ahead of you, especially with that schoolwork. You could be feeling a little stuck in the mud. But you've got the strength and the perseverance to get all that done. Plus, you have some nice money coming your way. Possibly a new job or business opportunity. A little bit of adventure comes in, moving on to greener pastures. Life starts to move forward quickly, and you have a wish, put it out into the universe. You also have a fire sign here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, who could be very significant over the next 4 weeks. Priscilla, energy check on Antonio the Capricorn. What's going on? His energy is very stagnant, slow and steady, and like oblivious. Yeah, see, he's like, I don't know where he is, in La La Land. He's like, can't get out of his own way. Stuck in the mud. Yeah, he's like at a standstill, this guy. I don't think much is happening for him right now. Beautiful one. General love for October. Okay, you may feel at the beginning of October like everything is like kind of stuck and stagnant and like a cesspool, but that's going to change. Got success coming in around love. And it just might be feeling like it's the beginning. But walking away from things that no longer serve you actually bring in a lot of new energy. Feeling like you finally made it to the top of the mountain, and now here things reverse. You have a Pisces around you. You have a Leo around you. You have another Pisces around you and a Sagittarius in the month of October. No longer holding yourself back. Leaving in the past, heartbreak, disappointment, and anxiety brings in new energy. Crystal, is it really over between me and H? Well, yeah, there's a break here. First is the Lovers in reverse, which is a breakup, and then feeling disappointed around the situation. And there's only a 33% chance that there's more to come in this situation. I think that this person needs a break, needs some time. I would give this person space because it doesn't look like they want to work on the relationship. It looks like they want to break from it. Krista, how is Jay currently feeling about our connection? He's got a little sharp energy around him. I mean, he overthinks. There, he's got sharp energy. There's a third party situation that may be interfering in this situation, and he's feeling a little bit like up against the wall. Like his energy is like he's kind of stuck between feeling hurt and wounded and also feeling like it's a soulmate connection. There's third party interference, there's sharp energy. He's got a lot of respect for you, but he doesn't know what to do. So, you know what he's doing? He's taking time for himself. How do you like that? Rest and relaxation. I don't know when you heard from him last, but he feels like he's another one that feels like he needs a little bit of a break to figure out what he's going to do, but he doesn't seem to be getting off his ass to do much. Cinnamon, when will I move? When will I move? You could be moving relatively soon as the next 5 weeks. If you don't move within the next 5 weeks, the opportunity opens in the next 5 weeks, and it goes right through to the end of the year. Actually, to the end of the winter. Does Wesley want to be with me? There's another female I should be worried about. No, you guys have got to stop with the other female stuff. Because, first of all, worrying about another female is not going to keep him from falling in love with somebody else. So the only thing that worry is going to do is it's going to call a third party in. That's how third parties come into the situation. First of all, if somebody is interested in somebody else, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do to change that. So there's no reason to worry about it. But if you focus on a third party, or you focus on somebody else being more attractive, more important, more special, more unique, more desirable, that person is going to show up. So I can't stress it enough. I don't know what the problem is, but women do it all the time. They're always looking for someone else who's going to compete with them. And when you're looking for competition, competition shows up. So you got to stop thinking like that. Like women's brains are just much more complicated than men's. I know that sounds really fucked up, but men don't focus on other men being competition for the most part. Like it's very rare to hear, well, you know, is she more into another guy than me? You just don't usually hear that. And men don't usually have the same problems that women do. Same thing with like men and cheating. You know, women are always looking for, is he cheating? Is he like her? Is he looking at her? What does he think of her? And then what happens is men cheat because that's what we're focused on. Well, maybe he likes her. Maybe he likes her. Maybe she's prettier. Maybe this one. Maybe he likes that ass. Maybe he likes this. And then all these other women start showing up. So the best thing to do is to stop focusing on other women, because other women will show up. Law of attraction. Focus on if you focus on what you don't want to happen and you fear it, fear goes out into the universe very fast, someone else will show up. It's guaranteed. All right, I don't know what he tells you or if you've discussed where your relationship stands with him, because it doesn't look right now like he's looking to be in a committed relationship, but I don't know where you are in this situation. So that, you know, like it comes up that like, well, I care about her, we hang out, I'm sure that you see him from time to time, but it doesn't look like there's a commitment coming in right now. But I don't know where the relationship is. But no, you guys have got to stop with the other women, especially if you don't know that there's one. You know, like I'll get people, right, that'll ask questions like, well, you know, what does he think of so-and-so? And meanwhile, he's never even had a conversation with this woman before, right? But it's like we're putting energy out there. So what does he think of her? Well, what he might think that she's fucking hot and he wants to bend her over, but who gives a shit? What does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. That's all it means is that guys are attracted to women. They think that they're hot and they want to screw them. That's how the male mind works. I don't know how else to say it. But when you focus on it, right? And you're focusing on what, you know, it's like now we start to like put these intentions out into the universe. So sometimes, like, I feel like I'm reading for people, and I'm not saying that you're doing this. I'm just saying that I've had conversations with people where I'm like, but do you know that he was really with her? Because the cards don't show that. Oh no, well I don't know. Well, I'm just, well, okay, well we're just like hypothetically, you know, like it would be like somebody hypothetically saying, well, what does Danny think of the guy that lives next door to her? Okay, well, does she think he's hot? Well, does she, you know what I mean? Like it's like now we're writing a story for something that is like made up in our minds. So it's like, be careful with this other woman stuff, and like, you know, should I worry about this or should I worry about that, or what is he doing here? Worrying doesn't help. All worrying does is put fear out to the universe, which then comes back to us. So the best thing to do in those situations is to work on your own self-confidence. Anyhow, Mustafa, what will happen to my family after I complete the cleansing ritual I performed? Will they see the effects? They will see the effects. They may not know what's gone on. They just may feel better. They may have more energy. They may feel clearer. They may be able to think better, but they might not realize that anything has happened. New chapter. I've been declining to see George. How does he feel and what can I expect from him? Mm. He feels like you're giving him a hard time. Like he feels like you're going to give in to him eventually. And I mean, if you're saying what can I expect from him, then you're still intending to be in this situation, or you're still intending to have contact with him. So that energy is kind of like, well, I'm giving you a hard time now, but I hope that you're still going to be in contact with me. So he's coming in as persistent, right? But he doesn't. He thinks you're just giving him a hard time. He doesn't believe that you really don't want to see him. He thinks that you're just making him wait. Um, and then what's going to happen is he's going to be more persistent, and then it's going to be up to you whether or not you decide you want to see him. But if you're declining him, right, but you're asking me what you can expect from him, then I feel like you're not cutting him out. You're just prolonging this, right? You still want to hear from him, or you still think you're going to hear from him. So this is like just prolonging the cycle. So the decision here is whether or not you really want to see him again, or you really want to end things for good. He doesn't buy it. He doesn't buy it. He thinks that you're just being difficult, or you're just trying to make him wait for it. You're just trying to be, hard on him. Mustafa, I don't see it yet, so let me do Kira. How will my meeting at work go tomorrow? How will my meeting go at work tomorrow? It should go pretty well. You got the Six of Pentacles here, which is like feeling a little bit more well compensated, or it could be more respected, or feeling like this is just a good card. It's like somebody meeting you halfway, or feeling respected, feeling like your opinion matters, that kind of thing. That's good. The Hierophant is also positive. It's like a spiritual connection. And then you have the Magician and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a long-term, grounded, deep-rooted work relationship, and the Magician is the power to manifest anything that you want. Mustafa, how does the man that I am thinking of with the initials SA think and feel about me? Okay. SA, how does SA think and feel about me? Thinks that you're very creative, thinks that you're very hardworking. Sometimes he thinks that you can be a little bit lazy or a little bit slow to do what you have to do. Like maybe sometimes you need like a kick in the butt to get the ball rolling. He thinks that you're very capable, you're very creative, you're a little bit adventurous, spontaneous, very well balanced, hardworking, and intelligent. Kira, general. You might have a new job or business opportunity coming in here. Ace of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, feeling a little bit more financially stable. The Sun comes out, which is happiness. Feeling like the world is at your feet and you're coming to a point in your life where you got some good luck. Being at the right place at the right time can make your life change for the better quickly and no longer feel like you're stuck and stagnant, but feel like you're moving forward quick. You got stepping into your own strength. You have a Leo around you. Your intuition is heightened. You're no longer holding yourself back. You have a Virgo, a Capricorn, and other choices coming in. Um, these people may just be significant people or they could just be friends, but at least one of them should be a love connection or a possible love connection that there's celebration around. Got a Cancer here too. Nine of Pentacles, money comes in. Sand, money in general. Okay, the beginning of this month, you may be feeling like money is upside down and like I'm never going to get ahead or I'm always behind the eight ball, but that's going to change. You have the Eight of Wands here, which is like life changes for the better quickly. It also looks like the Four of Wands, which is positive too for finances. Um, Feeling prepared. A new job opportunity or side gig can be presented to you with long-term grounded, stable business potential. Three of Pentacles could be, like it's something that is business related, well balanced, and it could be long term. So it could be like the kind of thing like I hired a babysitter for Thursday nights. It's a long-term business relationship, right? Where this lady gets paid in cash and, goes in her pocket and I, I give it to her. You know what I mean? So it could be something like that that comes up on the side. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're starting to think outside of the box with different ways that you can make extra money on the side, and I think it's going to work for you. Mustafa, can you tell me more about my dad and mom's side of the family? I feel if I completely distanced myself from them after I got a job at the university and lived on my own. Okay, so not everybody's going to feel the same. Like for example, my mom, if we had a family function, right? My brother and I had to go. There was no choice. You didn't have a choice. You were going. My cousins didn't have to go. They did what they wanted. Like that's my mom was different, right? I mean, who's right and who's wrong? I don't think my mother was right. I think it should have been my choice. I think that my cousins had more freedom and I think that it worked out better for them. I think my mother was a pain in the ass. But not everybody's going to feel the same. It's my point. So you're going to have some relatives that are going to be very hurt and they're going to feel like you're turning your back on your family kind of a thing. But most of them are going to feel like just that you've grown up, you're doing your own thing, you're on your own, you're supporting yourself, you're busy, that kind of a thing, and they're not going to think twice about it. But there could be one or two people that are a real pain in the ass about it. Most people are going to feel like you're growing, transforming, you're successful, and you're doing what you have to do. So for the most part, everyone's going to be okay with it. There could be a couple of people that have a hard time with it. Dan, how does the Virgo man think and feel about me? I'm an Aquarius. Okay. Okay, he thinks that you're very strong, you're very grounded, stable, down to earth, creative, spontaneous, attractive. If you haven't heard from him in quite some time, you should be hearing from him out of the blue. He thinks you're adventurous, intuitive, intelligent, well prepared, always moving forward, kind-hearted, and unique. Uh-oh, what happened to the phone? Did the phone die? No, the phone died. Phone died, okay. I got this one here. Tara, what will happen between me and the Pisces new person in the future? There's a lot of room for growth here. So you could have a nice connection. Um, but there is indecision around the situation. There is a mini tower moment, and it looks like you might be feeling unsuccessful or like things don't change quickly. I'm not 100% sure that this relationship moves forward the way you want it to at this point anyway. Seba, general for this month. You've got success coming in. First thing that comes up around you is success. I think it has to do with money. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's like feeling stable when it comes to money and feeling like you've paid off something that now you feel relief. Could have a new love interest coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, the love cup is full. And you have a relationship on the way, possibly with a Pisces. It looks like you may be earning more respect at work or work or school, whatever it is that you do all day. Earning respect and long-term relationship, business relationship that brings in substantial money. It also looks like life starts to move forward pretty quickly. In this month, you have a wish, so put that out into the universe. J, love reading. Okay, you've got success coming in and things changing for the better quickly with somebody from your past returning. Somebody's coming in here showing you a lot of respect and you feel like finally I can exhale. Got a number of different people around you. You're going to have choices. Plus you have the Magician, so you can manifest somebody new as well. Got a Taurus coming in. You've got an air sign coming in that could be possibly a Libra. You also have a Cancer, an Aries. And you could have a celebration around a new committed relationship, but it's going to be your choice as to who. Kiki, does Zach still like me? What's my fate with him? Okay. He does still like you, and I think that he's been thinking about you a lot lately. I don't know how much, I mean, I think that you guys are going to move forward at some point, but I don't know if I don't know if it has long-term potential, or it might be like it's sporadic over the next couple of months. Like you could hear from him and see him, and then you might not hear from him for a while, and then he comes back again. So, you know, and in the middle of all this, you might meet somebody else. You got other people around you too. You've got a Pisces around you. You've got a Cancer around you. You've got a Sagittarius here. You've got cause for celebration around love. Also around a creative project. So you can meet somebody in some sort of a creative way too. Siva, Is it over between me and the Leo's connection? Mm, I'm not going to say it's over forever. I mean, it just looks like this person is wrapped up in other things right now. Like they're very focused in other areas of their life, and they may have somebody else around them at this point too. Three of Cups is in reverse. Um, I would I would look into other options for right now. Thing is like life is bizarre, so it's like who knows what's going to happen next month or next week when it, or next year. You know, it's like when sometimes if you have a connection with someone, the timing is bad. Doesn't mean that it doesn't happen at another point, but right now it doesn't look like there's much happening between you and this Leo. I would keep your options open. Kiki, when will I be completely whole and love myself? Well, that's, you know what, that's up to you. You know, the self love thing, I think it's always a journey. And I think that we're always growing and transforming. But I think, you know, like affirmations help, right? And then self care, you know, like finally I colored my hair, I touched up my roots because I can't even tell you how bad they were. And I was like, you know what? I'm not really going out. I'm not, I mean, when I'm working, I put a stupid wig on. When I work teaching yoga, I have it covered with a bandana to absorb the sweat. So I'm like, what's the difference, right? But then I was like, no, you know what? You have to take care of yourself because it's the way that you feel about yourself. So even like doing little things like if I'm not going out, I still sometimes, I mean, this week I haven't because I've been busy, but you know, like put on some makeup, do something to make yourself feel good and feel like God, like I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think anything that you do, like even little things, can just help over the big picture. And noticing little things, you know, like whatever it is, like, hey, I'm sticking to my workout schedule, or you know, I'm doing really well with you know, a new hobby that I picked up, whatever it is. Everybody's got the same emotions. We've all been hurt, we've all been betrayed, we've all been envious of someone, we've all been jealous of someone, we all wished we were standing in somebody else's shoes, we all wished or thank God that we weren't in somebody's shoes, you know. We all have the same emotions, so we're all coming from the same place. We all fight the same demons because we really are all the same. So I think that we're all growing, right? And the best thing that we can do is be supportive of one another and how we can help the next guy out, because when you help somebody else out, you're helping yourself. So, you know, offering something to somebody like, you know, whatever it is, like sometimes it's like, or I've noticed for myself, if I could take the focus off myself and focus on something else or somebody else and what they need, that kind of helps me a little bit. So I, you know, it's like sometimes like you could really make a difference in somebody else's life, and that makes you feel a little bit more whole, because then you feel like, you know what, I did make a difference in someone's life. And now I feel a little bit better because, you know, I helped somebody to do something. So, you know, there's no time limit on this stuff because, you know, you could feel great for 2 years and then all of a sudden you have a setback and you're like all of a sudden the little kid that didn't get picked for, you know, the kickball game, which was me all the time. And you know what? Sometimes I didn't care because I didn't really want to play kickball anyway. But nobody wants to be excluded. So I think it's just a journey, you know, like you're going to get there. And some days are good, some days are bad. But it's all about like the journey and what we learn. And I think that like a huge thing is like just being supportive of other people. I think that you'll find that gets reflected back to you. Anyhow, and stick with the affirmations and or even journaling. Well, I gotta tell you something, to be honest, I was watching some show. Oh, it's this that I'm wrapped up in now, 13 Reasons Why, where at one point one of the counselors gives one of the kids a journal, And I thought to he says, oh, like a diary. And I thought to myself, I have not journaled or kept a diary since I ripped up my diary when I was in high school, like I was like a freshman, because I couldn't stand how everything was always negative and pitiful. You know what I mean? Like, and it was always that somebody else was better than I was. And I was like, I don't want to read this ever again. So I ripped it up, I threw it out, and I never kept it one ever again because I didn't want to journal and write down shitty things that happened to me. Right? But you could use a journal to write down positive things and positive affirmations and stick with that, because really, like, the more you see yourself in a positive light, the more that's going to shine back to you, and you're in control of that. And it's a journey, so don't get upset with yourself if you have a setback. Maria, my older brother left our hometown 4 years ago and haven't heard from him since. Is he okay? Does he need anything from our family? Oh, that's terrible. All right, let's see. Um, is he okay? For the most part, I do think he's okay. He might have a business, or a Page of Pentacles is usually he might have a business, or he may be in business or partners with someone, but there is disappointment around him. He may be feeling disappointed in something. For the most part, he's okay. Does he need anything from our family? Does he need anything? No, I don't think he needs anything. I actually think he's working really hard. He's got the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles with also the Page of Pentacles. He may be working really hard on some sort of a business. Or Eight of Pentacles could be going back to school, but either way, there's still business around him. And he could be involved with somebody and be very happy. Ronnie, energy around my boss, Stephanie. She comes off as impatient. She's got impatience around her. The energy around her is she's impatient, right? She may be all about work because she might not have all that much going on in her life. She does have some good luck coming in. So when she hits this good luck period, you might see a shift in her energy. She comes up as a little bit impatient, a little bit like, get it done. Holy shit, I'm a bolt of lightning. I'm coming in out of the blue. Business is very important to me. I'm not really lucky. I don't have anything else going on for me, but she's coming to a point where she is coming into some good luck. And I think that her energy shifts when her luck changes. Right now she feels very impatient and like very out of the blue, like erratic. She'll chill out soon though. Kira, general love. You've got a new journey coming in around love. Good luck and a new journey come in. You also have abundance, but you're going to have choices. You've got a Scorpio. You've got an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have the sun in reverse, so there's a delay when it comes to happiness, but it's still on its way. You also have listened to your intuition. Somebody from your past may be returning. You have an air sign here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You have growth and transformation around you. You also have a fire sign coming in. So you're going to have a lot of options coming in over the next couple of months. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Kira, how is Leroy feeling? How is Leroy feeling? And what can I expect from him? Okay, Emperor is in control. You know I don't like this. This is like feeling like narcissistic or in control. Like, I'm controlling things. We're going to do things my way. I don't care for this kind of energy. Like, it looks like he may be pulling his energy back, and he feels like he's got no other choice but to do so. But then that's going to change because that, all right, the love cup is drained. So he's feeling a little bit disconnected. He's got decisions to make, but he's holding himself back. So I think right now he may have his energy pulled back a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't expect much from him over the next couple of days. The energy shifts sometime next week, and then communication may come in. Christy, what is Dina's energy towards me? I think that she's a little bit intimidated by you, and I don't think that she would ever admit that, but she comes off as thinking that you're much smarter than she is, and you're much more well balanced, and I think that she thinks that you can see through her, and she lies a lot. Um, yeah. See, she thinks that you're a strong character, and she thinks that you're very intelligent, and she thinks that you can see through her bullshit. She seems to be like a sidekick. I don't know if she's got like somebody else is like her ringleader and she's like the sidekick. Reminds me of like Mean Girls in high school. I don't know if that's how you feel, but that's the way that kind of comes off. Like she's strong only when she's got somebody else around. Uriali, does Tay still have feelings for me? Yes, he does. Tara, will PJ the Pisces and I get married? Um, well, you know what? It's tough to say because the Seven of Cups is here, which means that there are choices around this situation. So there is a possibility, but I'm only getting one ace, which is a 33%. So I want to say no, that the cards are not saying that, but the Knight of Swords is here, which means at the last minute you could end up marrying him. Um, I don't know. There's choices and decisions that need to be made first. So I don't know if we're totally there yet to make that call. Right now, I'm gonna go with no. I don't think so. Bree, what or who is coming in love this month? Got a Sagittarius coming in. That's going to be a soulmate relationship, but you also have a Cancer coming in that you're going to meet through divine timing, being at the right place at the right time. You're not holding yourself back, but you're going to be feeling a little undecided. Kiki, any idea what I'll get for my birthday? All right, this is going to sound really weird. I don't know why, but what comes up is, I don't know if you would even wear it, brown hemp necklace with like some sort of beads on it. Anyway, I don't. That just popped into my head. Aside from that, it looks like you do get money. Somebody gives you money, or maybe more than one person gives you money. Happiness comes in around your birthday. Your intuition is heightened around your birthday, and you could have a Pisces and a Taurus around you on your birthday. That could be very significant. Cause for celebration around your birthday. You should be very happy. I don't know what the hemp necklace is, but that's what. When I read the question, that's what I saw, which was, I don't know who it's from, but it's like a brown hemp. Mustafa, what is the meaning of the dream that I had last night where my mom and I were defending our house from robbers late at night? Metatron was assigned and involved somehow. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Well, it looks like fear of losing what's yours. Fear of losing material possessions. Also, fear of your hard work going unrecognized. But you have growth and transformation coming. Yeah, sharp energy around losing earthly possessions, but also fear of not feeling like your hard work is recognized. But I think you get through it, yeah. Mustafa, I'm being haunted by bad memories from my traumatic experiences from my childhood. How can I be more positive, high vibe, and heal from my past? You know, that's interesting because I've been dealing with like some stuff myself, and I have a hard time getting it out of my head too. And it's like almost at every turn I'm being reminded of it, which is like really bizarre. You know, it's almost like I could talk to somebody on the street that has nothing to do with anything, and then all of a sudden somehow they lead me right back to it, you know, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking interesting, which makes me feel like there's something that I haven't dealt with myself, and I don't know what it is either. So I kind of sympathize with you there. Um, I think, right, when we're being haunted by something, or there's a trauma that's gone right, we haven't released it. That's why it keeps coming up. So how do you release it? I think we all have a different way of going about it. I think that for me, I've always been running. So like running for me, obviously, and then it's like when you look at it, right? It's like it's like so fucking in your face that it's like, well, you're running away from it. But that's the way that I would deal with things a lot of the times. Like I would challenge myself, run another mile, go a little bit further, go a new way, and then I would kind of get lost out in the streets. But I can't do that now. I can't do that with Avery. It's too hard pushing that stroller, and I'm too fat right now. Um, but anyway, um, there's something that needs to be dealt with that you haven't dealt with, and that's why it keeps coming up, because it's like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So how do you address it? Some people like writing it out, and just write out the whole story. What you could do, we did this once when I did one of those soul journeys out in Arizona. Write out everything that you want to get rid of, and the full moon is a good time to do this, and then take it outside and burn it. Burn it in a metal pot. Write it out and burn it. You know, you could also like rip it up. You could, there's a lot of ways to get rid of it, but I don't know, like the burning it, there's something about lighting something on fire when you want to get rid of it. You know what I mean? So you may want to think about doing something like that. Like write out these traumatic experiences, put them in a journal, and then take them outside and light them on fire and just let it burn. Put it out into the universe. It's no longer in you. Or sometimes people find working with their hands can be really helpful, getting it out that way. Excuse me, I think physical activity is really helpful. But that's me. Everyone's going to get rid of it differently. Some people might need to cry for 3 weeks, and that gets it out. Um, I would try writing things out and lighting them on fire and watching it burn. Cade, what is Gabriel's energy towards me? Okay. Well balanced, patient, and loving. Well balanced, patient, soulmate connection. His energy is coming up as abundant. So if you haven't been hearing from him, he should be around you more coming up in the near future, or he should at least be making himself more available. Adriana, what's he thinking about our situation and the next steps? He's thinking about treating you a little bit more with respect, and you guys could have a new journey together that's moving on to greener pastures. He's thinking about it a lot, and there is success coming in around it. So he may be working it out in his own head right now. Mustafa, how will my dad's side of the family think of me and treat me if I was very wealthy at a young age, like 27, and working in a VP at a company, and owning my own small business? They would show you a lot of respect. They would be very impressed that you're a very hard worker. You don't have to worry about money. And they would think that you were very lucky and very smart. Adriana, when are they calling me to let me know if I'm the chosen one or not? You should hear from them within the next 5 days. Ram, why does my mom dislike me? I don't think that your mom dislikes you. I think that your mom comes down hard on you. And so you got a couple of things here. Knight of Swords, she comes in out of the blue. Things move forward quickly, and then you've got divine timing on your side. So here's some old wounds and heartbreak around your situation with her and things not changing for the better. So she feels like you're very capable. You sell yourself short, and she may be even more harder on you than you are on yourself. Sometimes she feels like you hold yourself back. She thinks that you're capable of more than you allow yourself. Or she thinks that you're capable of more than you give yourself credit for. But she thinks that you made some bad choices in your life and now you're paying for them. I mean, who hasn't? Everybody has. The whole world has made bad decisions. I don't think it's that she dislikes you at all. I think that she's just, she has a certain idea of how your life should be in her head, and that's what she thinks that how you should live, and or that's how you should, abide by what she says. My grandmother was like that. It doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She just thinks that she's right, and she's not. Like my grandmother wasn't. um, but those are going to be lessons for her, because you're not going to be close to somebody who's always judging you. That's the thing. And who's going to suffer from that more? Her. Lady, what's my father's karma? I can't answer what somebody's karma is. First of all, I don't know. So I can't even, like, I don't get that kind of information. I can't read somebody else's karma. I don't know. And there's too much that goes into the way that karma's been explained to me for me to even begin to really understand how to explain it. Like, I don't even understand it for myself. So if you want to ask a different question. It's like if you were to ask, like for me, like, why did my mother die of cancer? Well, we don't know why she died of cancer. Like when I went to a psychologist, like a textbook psychologist years ago after she died, and the psychologist said, your mother died because she was a smoker. That's why she died. That was it. Like, that was her answer. But her answer for everything was like, it was like black and white. She died because she had cancer. Well, like, Tom doesn't want to be my boyfriend anymore, but yet he still wants to see me. And she would be like, you're not hearing him. He's told you he does not want to be your boyfriend. He doesn't want to be your boyfriend. But what aren't you getting? She was very much like that. And then I went to the opposite kind of a therapist. And I was like, and then her answer for everything was that Jesus loves you and he's got you right where he wants you. And I couldn't deal with that either. So I think for me, I needed to be somewhere in the middle. But that's like karma. I can't answer it. I don't know. I don't know what his karma is going to be. Yeah, I can tell you if he's going to get karma. Yeah. But it's like life is a shit show. So, like, how many times has something really terrible happened to somebody that didn't deserve it? Was that their karma from something that they did in a past life? Was it just unfortunate luck of being at the wrong place at the wrong time? Who the hell knows? Um, he will get karma. I mean, I think that he's miserable now. Like, I don't think that he's living a great life right now, but he's definitely experienced karma before. He's got three aces. But like, it's interesting just the way things work. Like, people that hurt other people tend to have been hurt in the past by somebody else. Not that it's an excuse, because it's not. It doesn't give you the right to hurt someone else or mistreat someone else, but usually that person was hurt or abused by somebody, and then they do that to someone else. So the karma thing is, it's a crazy concept. Anyway, yeah, he will get his if he hasn't already, because it seems like he's dealt with some shit already. Siba, am I T the Leo type of a girl or not? Wait a minute, am I T the Leo's type of a girl or not? I don't even really know how to answer that question, because the cards come up with yes, you are, but like what's in a type? I worked with this woman, Dawn. I worked with her for years, and she used to always talk about how her type was like tall, dark, and handsome. Like that, she's like she just loved tall, dark, and handsome. She married a short, chubby blonde guy. Like sometimes the person that you fall in love with is not your type. I always say that I don't have a type, right? Then my one friend said to me, she goes, "Yeah, but all your boyfriends look alike." And I'm like, I don't know that they all look alike. I mean, I guess they all have like, borderline blondish brown hair, but it's not like I would ever say, "Hey, I'm looking for a guy with blondish brown hair." Like they just happen to be like that. I don't know. I don't know. But when she said that, she was like, "They all look the same." And I'm like, "Well, they don't all look exactly the same, but I guess they're all, I don't know, maybe the same coloring. I don't know. I have no idea." But so you can't always go by that, because sometimes somebody shows up who's totally not your usual type, and then you fall head over heels in love with them. So, I wouldn't put too much stock in different types. Um, Ram, I had a dream about Mike last week. Does it mean anything? Recently, I've been having a lot of dreams lately that have been like haunting me. And I went and I spoke to my woman about it. And what she said to me, and it made a lot of sense, she said that there's something in the subconscious that you have not dealt with, and it comes out in the dreams. So what she said was that as you start dreaming about these situations, it's a good sign that you're either coming to terms with things, putting things behind you, or you're getting it out of your system. That's what she said to me, which for somebody, who was it, somebody else asked a question about dreams. So that could be a good sign that you're clearing it out. And the only other thing that it could be is that there is change coming for you. I don't think it has to do with him, but you have change coming to your life soon. So it could be that I don't remember who Mike is or what the situation was, but if it's someone who you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time, and they were somebody that you had a past of some type with, you could be dreaming them out of your subconscious, which is a healthy thing, because then your life will change for the better quickly. Anthony, I don't see the question, Anthony. Adriana, how is my next official partner going to be? Very hard worker, somebody who's naturally lucky and always growing and transforming. They're very nurturing, kind, caring, down to earth, grounded, incredibly intelligent, but very hardworking, very focused. They come up as a very strong character too. Not somebody who's wishy washy. Like, they know what they want. They've got a plan for their future. At least when it comes to work. Mustafa, When and why will my family move? Will it have anything to do with my parents waking up to the fact that our house is haunted? You could move this winter. You could move before the end of the year. Um, no, I don't think that they move for that reason. I think they move for another reason. Something about there's a little bit of sharp energy around the situation and hard work. So it might have something to do with work, Eight of Pentacles, and sharp energy. So I don't know if they're just not happy in that town or that block, or they may move closer to work or something like that, or there may be something financially. You know, like sometimes bizarre things happen. I said the other night to someone, two people that I know had no intentions of moving. So if you were, if somebody were to give them a reading, right, and say you're moving before the end of the year, like they would have been like, no, I'm not moving. I've been living here for 30 years. I'm not moving. Somebody knocked on the door and was like, I like the school district. I like the house. I'm going to offer you X amount of dollars. It was X amount of dollars more than the house was worth. So they moved. Two different people. One woman I worked with, and then the other one was a guy I worked with. It was his parents' house. But no intentions of moving. And then somebody just knocked on the door. I'll buy this house. So you don't always know how it's going to happen, but it does look like it's going to happen. Mustafa, financial reading for the next 3 months. Finances improve with hard work. Eight of Pentacles. You could be working more, putting more effort into your job or whatever it is that you do, feeling like the fruits of your labor are finally coming into fruition. Over the next couple of months, your finances should be improving pretty steadily. Seven of Cups, you have choices too. Money changes for the better quickly. Ram, general for the month. You're going to have some choices this month. You've got patience and serenity coming to you this month, possibly a new business or job opportunity, growth and transformation. You're undergoing a major transformation. Your intuition is sharp. Listen to it. You may be feeling a little bit weighed down by the weight of the world, but that's part of just being busy and having a lot going on. There's a little bit of anxiety. It's not the end of the world. There's an Aquarius around you that could be significant. There's also a Cancer. I think he's dreaming and he's wagging his tail in his dream. And before the end of the month, you should be very happy about something. Got happiness coming in around you in the month of October. Deja, I don't see the question yet, so let me do Tara. What to expect from December and January? Okay, December and January. Could be going back to school. Eight of Pentacles, walking away from something that no longer serves you. You may be starting a new creative project that could bring in a large sum of money, or a large sum of money is finding its way to you before the end of January. Being at the right place at the right time could bring in some new energy. You got a Capricorn coming in that may be very passionate. You also have an Aries around you, which means that you may have some nice choices. Page of Pentacles, focused on a new business opportunity is possible. Sagittarius enters. And it looks like you may pay off a bill, a debt, or a loan of some type in the month of, before the end of January. December and January should be nice months. Sue, is my current schools list good, or should I reconsider or add more? All right, is my current schools list good? I think the list is good. Yeah, I think it's fine. Jay, how's Amy feeling about me tonight? Thinks that you're happy, grounded, stable, focused, attractive, mysterious, unique, spiritually connected, successful, attractive, and kind-hearted. Amy, career for the next 6 months. You might have some decisions over the next 6 months when it comes to your career. You also have a wish, put it out into the universe. Growth and transformation and starting a new journey. I wouldn't be surprised if you either got a promotion at your current job or left altogether for something different over the next 6 months. Um, you got a new journey here. Could be that you get presented with an offer that you can't refuse. Maybe it's more money. You got good luck coming in. You also may be working on a side project, a side business or something that might be all your own over the next 6 months. Things start to pick up. Kiki, did Zach hit on Jasmine on revenge because I unadded him? No, I'm only getting a 33% chance that there's a yes to that. No, I don't think that that's why. I don't know that he really hit on her. Or I don't know if he was really seriously hitting on her. Kira for the weekend. You're going to have choices this weekend. Cause for celebration around choices. Got a Gemini around you. You got a Capricorn. You have a Scorpio coming in. You also have a wish this weekend. Put that out into the universe. You could be moving on to greener pastures. And you could be starting a new journey this weekend. This weekend should be pretty busy. Jay, are they planning on promoting me? And if so, why? I'm not getting that they're planning on any promotions right now. It's low, it's 33%. So it might not happen like before the end of October, maybe sometime before the end of the year, but they're holding themselves back right now. Who knows? Maybe it has something to do with money. For right now, anyway. Ram. Let me see it. Oh, Anthony. All right. Does the Cancer girl and the Capricorn, my junior, talk a lot these days? How is her intentions and feelings towards him, and how does he feel about my graduation? Jealous. I don't think that they talk that much. They may talk on occasion, but I don't think they talk that much. Um, I think that she thinks he's an okay person. Um, she thinks he's a hard worker. She thinks that he's a decent person, but I don't think that I don't think that there's much communication that goes on between them. he could be a little bit jealous because he's got the devil card. He may be a little jealous of you. Yeah, but I think you've dealt with that before with him, right? Ram, when I go out with my girlfriends get more attention than me, and I have to admit that they're really pretty, but I'm curious to know, do some men think that I'm unattainable or intimidating? Um, Once again, it's like, if you're, if other people are getting more attention, if other people get more attention than you get, it's something that, and you're noticing it. You know what I mean? It's like, the prettiest doesn't always get attention. It's the person that thinks they deserve the attention. You get what you think you deserve. So here's an example. Years ago, me and my two friends who were sisters were, we were walking down the boardwalk at Wildwood, and a guy came out he was looking to sell, uh, like to make you play the game, like where you throw a ball in the thing, nobody ever wins. And he gave a free try to my friend and her sister, but not to me. He stopped them and not me. Why? I don't know why. Why does that happen? I mean, who knows why? Sometimes it's like the aura around the person. And it has nothing to do with being attractive or not attractive, because ugly people get married and go out on dates and have relationships just like attractive people do. But it's how you feel about yourself and what you're putting out into the universe about yourself. So I remember when I came home from that trip, I was talking to one of my other friends who didn't go. And I said to her, I go, I don't understand it. The three of us are walking down. Why would that happen? What am I doing that I don't attract attention like these two? And my friend, right? Her sister, she's just she just thinks very highly of herself. She just does. And she carries that with her. Um, we used to find her to be like, I don't know what the word would be, but like, she just thought, like she just thinks who she is, and that's what reflects back to her. So if other people are getting attention, it's because they think that they deserve the attention, and that's what they're putting out there. And it has nothing to do with looks. Everyone's got to erase that whole thing. Like, what does he think of my ass, and what does he think of this, and what does he think of that? Because none of this has anything to do with what you look like. It has everything to do with how you feel. And what you don't like, if you're envious, and I'm not saying that you are, but if you're looking at them like, well, they're really pretty, that's why they get attention. That's not why they're getting attention. 9 times out of 10, guys think everything is fucking hot. I mean, everything. Like, I would be like, I'm not even joking, I'm like, that's my grandmother. You're 17 years old, you're eyeballing my grandmother. When I worked at A&P, oh well, for an older woman, that's my grandmother. So it doesn't have anything to do with looks. It has nothing to do with looks. It has everything to do with the way you feel and what you're putting out into the universe. You're going to notice that what gets reflected back to you is what you're already feeling. So you're already feeling like I'm not getting any attention. So then you're going out and that's what's being reflected back. It's just like if I was to say to you, you know what, I'm going to buy um, a pink Cadillac. Tomorrow, I guarantee you're going to see a pink Cadillac because I said it. Oh, look, there's a pink Cadillac. It's like it goes out into the universe, it shows up in your reality. So you have to focus more on, I get the attention that I deserve, or I get the attention. You know what I'm getting at? It has nothing to do with them being pretty, ugly, fat, short, naked. It doesn't make a difference. They're getting the attention that they think that they deserve. That's always what it comes back to. And it took me a long time to realize that. Um, yeah, another time, and we were in high school when I did this, because I was frustrated with my friends. Right, my friends always had this. Like, my group of friends were never like very popular as far as like most of us never had boyfriends, or like we would like someone and they didn't like us back, and then they were dating somebody else, and then how come he likes her and he doesn't like me, and we went through all that bullshit for a long time. So we were in home ec class. I don't even know if I have that class anymore. We were making peach pie, I remember. And like it was me, I know my friend Laura was there, and there was another girl. Now this girl, she wasn't a bad person, but she was really flirty. She just knew how to turn it on for everybody. And that's just how she her attitude was. So she got everyone's attention. So I said, and I was so annoyed with my friends. I was like, look, I'm gonna fucking do this. And I'm like, just watch. And I just went over to the guys' table where they were making their peach pie, and I just acted like she did. And I got all the attention that she got. And but it was like, I'm like, I can't, like, that's not who I am. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want attention from random people. I wanted attention from Colin, who didn't want to pay me attention. I didn't need attention from his friends. But anyhow, and my friends were like, oh my God, I can't believe you. And I was like, because I don't give a shit about them. So they're not going to hurt my feelings because I don't like them. So I'm not going to be upset by it. But I'm not kidding. That's how she used to act. And I mean, people liked her. It's not, I liked her. I mean, I didn't think she was a bad person, but she was always in your face. I'm so cute. I can't open this jar. Can you open it for me? Like, give me the fucking jar. Anyway, but she wanted attention and she knew how to get it. But at the end of the day, did it make a difference? Not really. I mean, what did it do for her? Nothing. I mean, I don't know, she wasn't dating any of those losers either. um, Cinnamon, should I buy him these shoes? Should I buy him these shoes? No, I would tell you not to buy him. No, because when you do nice things for somebody, right, then it doesn't get appreciated. So if you buy him shoes, right, like you think that you're a good person for doing that. That's what I would think. Like, and this is with things that I've done before. Like I remember a situation a few years ago where the guy that I was with, he had all kinds of money problems. So I would like pay for things, or I would be like, I'll just pay for it. Don't worry about it. Like sometimes like he had no fucking money on him at all. Like he'd be like pulling quarters together to buy coffee, and I'd be like, really, you're a grown fucking man. But I felt my heart went out to him, you know. So like if he needed something, I would just buy it, or I would just show up with lunch because I knew that he didn't have money, or he would need, or he would skip meals, or whatever kind of bullshit went on. And it lowers if you're not in a relationship with this person, right? And you want to be valued, you come off as being of less value because you're giving too much, and it throws the balance off. So they expect more from you, but they give you less because you're giving them more. So I would say don't buy the shoes. Let's see what the cards say. Yeah, I would say not to buy the shoes, especially with the devil here. Um, because my fear is that you're going to wind up throwing the energy of the situation off balance. He's going to expect more from you. You're going to give more, and he's going to give less. What is happening for love for me in October? Love may be slow and steady in October. You may feel like there's poor timing, or things aren't falling into place right. You may feel like you're holding yourself back, at least in the beginning of October. It seems like for everyone, the second half of October is a little bit better. You have a Capricorn coming in before the end of October. There's success around that. Got more choices towards the end of October. You got a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in as well. You also have a Libra. Ronnie, how can someone so evil have good luck coming in? Well, she's got better luck. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think you are going to get another job. Let's see. She's got better energy coming in. You know, this is the thing that it fucks me up too. And I just had this conversation last week with Lori. I had a session with Lori. And I was talking about somebody, and I was like, you know, it's amazing. Like, for everybody in this entire world that I know, everything has been delayed. Everything. I mean, court cases. I mean, everything has been fucking delayed. But this one person who is truly evil, like she's a truly evil person, seems to not be held up by anything. And I said that to Lori. I'm like, how could somebody so fucking evil be able to get whatever they want, but yet the rest of the world is like waiting, like where everybody's waiting, everyone's in the, but this one bitch can just, I don't know, I don't have those answers. What I think, and I swear to God, I've been saying this all year, is that especially now, because we have a lot, there's a lot happening now in the month of October, because the the energy of the month of October is a 5, and it's supposed to be disruptive and all about change. But the thing is that it's not coming in nice and peaceful. It's coming in a crazy change. So who knows? She may fuck off. You know, like she could have good luck, find another job, and then there's the change. You know what I mean? And then who gives a shit? Go off, get a better job. I don't care as long as you're not my fucking face. So there's a lot of shit that we don't have all the answers to when it comes to this stuff, especially when it's affecting you personally. But let's see, should I look for another job? I don't see why not. 70% chance, look for another job, it can't hurt. And you could be starting a new journey. You might be doing something else, though, on your own that brings in extra money. Anyhow, so back to the month of October. The energy around October is supposed to be all about change, but it's not peaceful change. It's like disruptive change. It's like, you know, I keep saying it, like people that have been holding on to things that aren't working, and they're like, yep, we're going to fit this square peg in the round hole. We're going to fit it. We're going to fit it. We're going to make it work. The whole thing is going to explode. And they're saying, from what I was doing research last night, is some email that I got. The month of October is when shit's supposed to really start to happen, and it's supposed to be already happening. Like it was already like started, like I think September 25th or 26th, the energy started. So let's see what's going to happen if people are going to start getting theirs. Like I don't feel like I'm the one to decide somebody's fate, or like you're a bad person, you deserve bad things to happen to you. But I mean, like when people are starting, like they're doing like manipulating things, I think that stuff isn't going to work any longer. Like that's where the explosions are going to come. Like people that are being manipulated and being controlled are going to start to stand up for themselves. Like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. You know, we're not doing this anymore. Like this is ending. This is over. And the energy, a lot of the, you know, shifts and changes, like I keep saying, like yoga. I had 4 students tonight. I mean, really, 4 students. We'll see. See what happens there. Malika, what sign is Michael involved with since I walked away from him? And how does he feel about me walking away? How do you know he's involved with someone? He may be involved with somebody from his past. Could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but I don't know that you know for certain that he's with somebody, or if this is just something that you're thinking. He was a little stressed out about you walking away, and he felt hurt by it. But once again, do you know he's with someone, or you're just assuming? Because sometimes people do that. Like they'll be like, well, you know, like they just think that the other person's with someone, and then we can write a story with the cards that's really inaccurate or really wrong if you don't know for sure. Georgia, donation for TD and for Vicky. Right, I don't see it yet, so let's do here, Christy. Um, is James seeing this girl in our town during the week when Avery is off at college? Okay, is James seeing this girl in our town? It could be, yeah. He's got a 70% chance yes with two aces, but he's got the devil here. I don't trust him. Yeah, there's something that's not right. Georgia did for Mel and Adriana. TD, love reading for this month. You got some growth and change and transformation coming in. Something to celebrate comes in around a Capricorn. Good luck comes in. You have an Aquarius, fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Then you also have, you could have a Scorpio here too. Growth and transformation happens this month, and there's no shortage of love. The love is abundant, so you could have a lot of choices this month. Kiki, will I meet someone through my older sister on a trip? You could meet an Aquarius. Yep. Oriella. I don't see it yet, so let me do Adriana for work. You've got a wish, put it out into the universe. You also have feeling like finally the hard work that I put out into the universe is starting to pay off and you're well prepared for the future. You have choices coming in, possibly starting your own side business at some point too. You're going to be presented with an offer that's going to be hard to turn down. Could lead you to all 10 cups being full. You even have a soulmate relationship coming in here that could be with a Capricorn on the way as well. Or yeah, Tim got back with Tina again. When all this circle will end for good. Yeah, it looks like they did get back together. Um, it's possible by the end of the year that the cycle ends. But you know what? These things, when people get caught in this cycle of breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, it's very tough to get it to end because nobody believes it. It's, you know, it's like a very, in yoga we call it samskaras. It's like a habit. It's like a ritual. And it just goes so deep, it's very hard to break it. It doesn't mean it's never going to end. It just, sometimes it can take a long time. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, I've been stuck in them myself before, so I know it's hard. It's hard to get out of it. Goddess, outcome of this month. This month should be good. Growth, transformation, being at the right place at the right time. Divine timing brings in cause for celebration, especially when it comes to money. Kiki, what are my angels' plans for me in love? The Emperor, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays, changes in plans, the truth delivered without tact. The Magician, Archangel Azrael. You are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So I think overall, you can call in somebody. You can call in brand new energy. You have the ability to do that. You just have to focus on it. Kira, general for tomorrow. General for tomorrow. You may have some indecision tomorrow. You also have some creative project coming in, or creativity, whatever it is. Who knows? Maybe you decide to do something different, like with your look. Maybe you wear some kind of makeup. You do something different. You have good luck tomorrow. Intuition is heightened. And it seems like it's a pretty decent day. Growth and transformation tomorrow. Growth, transformation, and creativity. New chapter. What can I expect in love? But you're going to have some fresh energy coming in here. You got an Aries coming in. You have a water sign that's Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. That person you may meet around work or school, or around their work or school. You got choices coming in with the Seven of Cups. You have a young earth sign. This person may be younger than you. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And then you have another Capricorn coming in. And then you have the possibility of long-term potential with one of these new people. I think you got some new stuff happening. Oh, I gotta plug that in. Damn. Is that... It's not charging. Ah! Why isn't this charging? What is happening here? Let's try this one. I don't want it to die. It's not charging. Oh man, why isn't this working? Okay, it's charging now. Ah, all right. Okay, Kiki, what do my weird dreams mean lately? You're growing and changing. You've got spiritual growth and change ahead of you. That's what's happening. I think you're also moving past an old wound and an old hurt. I think it's all starting to come out. Yeah. An old betrayal, an old argument, old things that are been weighing on you, like weighing you down, like the weight of the world, is starting to move into the past. And your subconscious is starting to purge itself. Kiki, why haven't I cried in so long? Is it building up? Yeah, it could be. Sometimes I felt like, where I would feel like, if I start crying, I'm never going to stop. So let me just hold it together. So I think that, yeah, I think that it is building up. And I think that when you have a release, you're going to release a lot. A lot is going to come out. I think it's starting because you mentioned those dreams. Where are we here? Uriali. Are me and Tay getting back together anytime soon? Okay. You only got a 33% chance that you're getting back together anytime soon. I don't think that it's going to happen that soon. Tara, what relationship with the Aries would be like? Overall, there would be happiness, but if this person comes off a little bit selfish or a little bit self centered. Their wants and needs may take priority over yours, um, and they may be slow to give in to what you want. So they may feel like they're kind of calling the shots, and you kind of have to go along with what they say. Kira, love and work for the rest of this month. You've got success and possibly a new promotion or a new job coming in around work. You're well prepared for that. And you have a wish around work that comes true. Moving on to greener pastures, too, is possible with work. Or certainly it could be something that you're doing in addition to. But Six of Swords is usually moving on, moving up, or moving forward. When it comes to love, you've got a couple of people here. You've got good luck coming in around the Capricorn, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, and an Aries. And one of those people could bring in long-term potential. You also have a Virgo here, and you may be walking away from things that are no longer working for you. Fights and arguments move into the past, and growth and transformation comes in with a new soulmate relationship. Georgia, RS reached out today. What will he do next? He's undecided. He doesn't know what he's going to do next. I'm thinking it's going to be more communication is going to come in. Um, it could be slow, though. It could be sporadic. He seems like he's a little stagnant. He's got a little anxiety around the situation. I think more communication comes in, but it may be like hit or miss over the next couple of weeks. Lady, is the connection with D real or all in my head? Is the connection with D real? For the most part, I think it's real. Yeah. Sue, Victoria's current feelings for my brother after today. She feels like there could be more to come. She's got a wish around the situation and feels like divine timing is guiding the two of them to be together or to experience something else. Mustafa. Even if I don't do any rituals to get revenge on that woman who did black magic to me, will she face the bad karma for hurting me in this life? Once again, the karma question I can't answer because I don't know. I can't read somebody else's karma. I mean, I can ask if she's going to get karma, but has she hurt other people? So maybe she gets a lot of bad karma for multiple things that she's done, or maybe she's been really good to other people. It's really hard to answer a karma question, but let's see. We'll ask it as a yes or no question. Cards suggest yes, three aces. She may be on somebody's shit list. Staff opportunities coming my way in the next 3 months. Fire sign, you could have an opportunity with love with this fire sign. Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Intuition is heightened, and you may be starting a new journey. Leaving things in the past that no longer serve you brings in new opportunity. You could have a new job opportunity. Somebody from your past may be returning, and you also have some good luck coming in around job, career, and school, or whatever it is that you do all day. Life moves forward for you nicely in the next couple of months. Sue, when will I be offered the job from Mosaic? Could be sometime in the month of October. Anthony, I feel he's not normal. Probably not. Mustafa. Grover's voice. Like Grover's got a funny voice. Grover. Will I have a big house at a young age? Mm, you should have a big house at a young age. You got three aces here. Mustafa. How would my future wife feel if I was super protective of our kids to the extent that I'm thinking, uh oh. I think that she would want you to loosen your grip a little bit. There's always good cop and bad cop, right? With parents. Like my father. Like I could get away with anything. But my mother, forget it. When I was 15, I was such an asshole. I really was. Because I worked, right? I couldn't drive. I was only 15. So my father picked me up from the A&P, and I was going to a Sweet 16. I made him take me. I made him take me to the mall. I don't know if you where you live there was a store merry-go-round. If anybody ever had that store, and I bought a white leather bustier to wear with a black leather mini skirt. And my father, I of course had to take him with me. My mother wasn't going to let me buy that. My father was like, I don't know if your mom's going to let you wear that. I was like, oh yeah, I got something to put over it. I gave him a song and a dance. It was my money. I bought it. I just needed him to drive me there. When I got home, my mother was like, wow, where are you going in that? Yeah, so there's always going to be like, yeah, you may be much more harder on the kids than she is. She's going to probably want you to loosen your grip a little bit. Um, yeah, she's going to be much more lenient than you are, and you may butt heads a little bit. I mean, that's okay. Um, Kiki, is anything special about October 23rd for me? Could get a message from someone out of the blue you haven't seen or spoken to in some time. You got good karma coming in, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Energy around that day is good. Mustafa, how does the man that I'm thinking of with the initials SH think and feel about me? He also seems like intimidated by me, but I don't know. Yeah, he may be a little bit intimidated by you. He's got the weight of the world around him. He thinks that you're happy, smart, intelligent, like you have it all together, you know what you're doing, and he doesn't feel that way about himself. He's got a lot of respect for you, but you're right, he is a little intimidated. Casey has always cared about me deeply. Okay. Has Casey always cared about me deeply? 6, 7, 8, 13, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, absolutely. But people like that, like Ronnie, it's like she's miserable. It's like you almost want to feel sorry for her because she's just a nasty bitch. I used to work with a girl like that. I mean, she was really nasty and she was young. And like all these men that were like grown men, like in their like 50s and 60s, and she would be snapping at them. And like now that I'm older, like I think like 23 is like really young. And like I would think like what a fucking stupid bitch, right? But like back then, like she intimidated the hell out of me and she wasn't my boss. She was just a coworker. She was just mean. Like really mean and there was no reason for it. Like she had to train me to do something which was like horrible because you don't want to have to ask her a question because you're a fucking idiot if you ask a question. Meanwhile, she's the idiot, not me. And I remember walking over to her desk and she was doing something and I had heard her say this to like I worked the company I worked for was German and we had a lot of Germans that were older that worked there. Like these older German men would come in and be standing over the desk and like they were like higher ups in the company. And this is what she said to me and I heard her say this to them too. I didn't want to interrupt her because she was doing something. I figured when she finished what she was doing, she would feel my presence. I mean, I know she saw me. She didn't even look up at me. She was if you're going to stand there and not say anything, I'm just going to ignore you. That's what she said. And she used to say it to these men too. And then the men would be like, oh, you know, oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. Can you imagine somebody? I can't imagine. I would never talk to anybody like that. Let alone somebody who was a higher up in the company. I wouldn't talk to anybody like that. But she just thought who she was. But as I look back on it, I realized what a miserable bitch she really was. So you know what? Let her go home and eat her piston ice cream. Ram, does Charlie miss me? Oh. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Ram. I don't see it. Hang on. Malika. I don't see it. Let me do. Oh, here's Ram. How do I stay safe from my neighborhood? He gives me gesture vibes. Anybody that like is like a creeper or like you just don't like the way their energy feels, I would always either wear a black or a clear crystal. Clear quartz is good. Anything black is really great, but it absorbs negativity, so you just have to be mindful that to cleanse it a lot. Um, except for kyanite, which is blue. I don't know if it comes in black. I know it comes in blue, it comes in green. Kyanite doesn't need to be cleansed, so if you're lazy about cleansing things, get a piece of kyanite. You can also use salt. Um, Bathe with salt. You can keep a dish of salt by your front door if you live like in an apartment or like in a condo or something. Otherwise, if you live in a house, you can spread it around the outside of the house for protection. Um, but I would definitely either wear or carry in your purse or in your pocket or something a black crystal of some type. Malachite is good too, but malachite is a little more expensive and it has to be cleansed frequently. Malika is the person that he's involved with from the past, his ex, Keela. But do you know he's involved with somebody for sure? How do you know that he's really involved with somebody? Because see, the thing is that if you don't know this for sure, and I ask the question, it's like if the question says yes, it's inaccurate. You know what I mean? Like just because you and him, you just feel like it. Yeah, you see, that's why I can't swear to this because I'm not 100% sure he's with anybody. She doesn't come up strong enough around him for me to say that they're dating. Um, Yeah, it doesn't come up strong enough. The reason why I'm asking is because I don't really feel like there's anybody around him. That's why. And when people start asking questions like this, it always puts a flag up for me, because if you start asking questions that you are speculative, you know, like um, you know, like, did he hook up with Tracy? Okay, but maybe he hooked up with Tracy 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So if we don't really know that right now he's doing it, the cards, since there's no timing in the spirit world, there's no timing, but here there is. It's hard to lock it in if we don't know it, and I don't think that he's with anyone right now. If he is seeing someone, it's nothing serious. It doesn't come up strong enough. So I don't really think he's with anybody. Um, Anna, what's coming up for Christopher and I this month? You may be feeling a little bit like he's disrespected you, or you may be feeling too like things are stuck where they are, and there's a devil here. So there's trouble with the devil card. The devil card is some sort of an earthly pleasure that's going to be interfering in this relationship. It could be anything from a substance of some type to anything that has to deal with earthly pleasures. It also could be jealousy. It could be anything that's kind of like low vibration. And one or both of you may be holding yourself back. And the Lover's card is in reverse. This month may not be the best month for the two of you. Kiki, has my older sister accepted my sexuality yet? Yes, three aces. Yep. Or as best as she can. Yeah. Kiki. Oh, I did that one. Vicky, may I have general love for next week? Got a Libra coming in next week. It also feels like like the timing for love next week may not be that great. But there is a Libra coming in who could be persistent, and there could be long-term potential coming in around a an Aquarius. You also could have success coming in around a new journey, possibly with an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Watch out with the Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse is somebody that's controlling and narcissistic. So just watch out that somebody's not trying to like manipulate you. I don't like the Emperor in reverse. It's like a it's the energy of somebody who wants to control another person, and I don't like that. So just look out for that. But otherwise, there's some options coming in next week, or maybe even the next couple of weeks. Deja, how will the communication in the next relationship be with the next new love that comes into my life? Okay. It should be, all right, here's the next new love shows up. Things change for the better quickly. You've got good luck around the situation. Communication is great, but communication is always great in the beginning. Can you keep up the momentum is the question. And it looks like you guys, for the most part, have great communication. There are some minor slumps as you go through the road. But for the most part, communication looks like it's pretty good. Yeah, just keep the lines of communication open, which I think is going to be okay with this person. This person seems to be okay with expressing themselves. Mustafa, will my future wife let me be in charge and call all the shots? I don't want her controlling me. Um, well, I think that there's like a middle ground that you both can come to. I think, let me tell you something. I hate when men are like can't put on their big boy pants. Like it just drives me crazy when like that's just the personality type that I like it for a man to be strong. That's just how I am. Not that I want someone to tell me what to do, but I cannot stand a guy who can't stand up for himself. That's just one thing that drives me absolutely ape shit. I don't think that she's going to try to control you. I think that she will have certain issues, which is normal. I mean, people don't agree on everything, it's just nature. But I think that there is a middle ground that you can find where you're both making decisions and you're both coming to coming to like a common ground. For the most part, I think that you do call the shots. I think that you are going to be pretty much the breadwinner in the family, and I think she's going to be okay with that. So I don't think that you're going to butt heads. I don't think that you're going to marry someone who's going to be, hell bent on, having like a super crazy, demanding career. She may have a career, but it might not be something that's, she may go to work at 9 and come home at 5, and that's it. The day ends at 5, and good night. So I think that you guys are going to be fine where you are, because I think it's going to be kind of mutual when you enter it. You're both going to know what you want and the roles that you want to play, and that's different for every family. But I don't think that I don't think you'll be attracted to that kind of a woman. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not attracted to the kind of guy that can't, have a backbone. Like I just, ugh, I don't like that. um, Uriali, general love. Oh, you're going to have some choices, and you may be moving on to greener pastures with somebody who presents you an offer that you just can't refuse. This person may be slow and steady. They may be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but they could be a Capricorn, but they're a soulmate relationship that comes in if you're not with anyone right now. Moving on to greener pastures with somebody who's pretty much a soulmate connection. Very grounded. They're slow and steady though. So if you feel like this person sort of drags their feet, that's just how they are. If you're in a relationship, your current relationship would be moving slow and steady. Rishu, am I saying? I'm probably not saying that right. Full moon in Aries reading. I'm in Aries, okay. Okay, around the time of the full moon, you have here, there's a couple of things that you have that are pretty strong. Possibility of a new business opportunity, a side business, a practical business that's well balanced, and there's good luck around it. You also have a spiritual connection coming in with an Aries if you're not with anyone right now. Or that also could be that you have a spiritual connection with the Taurus coming in and you're the Aries. Either way, that's if you're not with anyone. If you are with someone, current relationship looks good for the full moon. You may be earning some respect, balance, and mutual. Like Six of Pentacles is great when it comes to business. It's like earning respect, being well compensated, people acknowledging you for your hard work. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, your career should be moving forward or business endeavor moves forward. You might have to have a little bit of patience around a love relationship, or you may be undecided about something in that relationship. It's not a big deal. It's fine. It just may be something that comes up. No longer holding yourself back. You also have a wish. Put a wish out into the universe around the time of the full moon. Growth and transformation comes in. Divine timing is guiding you. I think you have a business endeavor that's going to take off before the end of the year. Mustafa, how would a romantic relationship or deep friendship look like with a fire sign girl? Well, if you started off as good friends, your relationship would be super stable because the friendship would be very strong, very stable, like you would be, both would be putting enough into the situation. I do think that you kind of start off as friends and then it turns over to a love situation if you wanted to. It looks like this person is going to be, like they're a grounded person, they're down to earth, they know what they want, but they don't stand for bullshit. So you're not going to be able to walk all over this person, she'll move on to someone else. But at the same time, she gives it her all. I don't know. I think that you're going to be really connected to this person. And I think that you guys are going to have an immediate friendship. You seem to click pretty fast. Mustafa, does my mom believe I actually read my aunt's palm accurately? And how does she feel about me? Or does she think I'm bullshitting? She finds it hard to believe. She finds it hard to believe. You might have to have patience with her. Yeah, I don't know that she thinks that you're bullshitting, but I don't know that she thinks that you have some sort of a special gift or that there is a special gift. It might just not be something she believes in. She like my family makes fun of me all the time. I don't care. Like if you were to ask my brother, what do you think of me as when I talk about astrology? He would tell you that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to astrology, that he's amazed that I know this stuff. But if you asked him if he believed in it, he would tell you hell fucking no. So it could be something like that. Like nobody in my family is really into this kind of stuff, but that's their problem, not mine. Kiki, any more information on the Aquarius I might meet on the trip? Here's the Aquarius. He could be fun, carefree, unique, lighthearted. He doesn't hold himself back. He's an Aquarius, but he's very stable, down to earth, and trustworthy. It's not like he's super scattered, Aquarius. He's very creative, very happy, very intelligent, grounded, down to earth, stable, loving, kind. Mustafa, how do the full moons affect me? Oh, I'm a Pisces too. Well, every full moon will affect you differently, and it depends where it's happening in your chart and what like the next full moon we have is in Aries, which is on Halloween. How it's going to affect me, right? Because I'm a Pisces, so the Aries is in the second house, but you also have to know what house it's in the solar return. And like in my natal, I have Aries in the 11th house. The 11th house. Yeah, the 11th house. Yes. So it's like the second house, the 11th house, and then where it is in the solar. I don't know where it is in my solar return. I can't think of it. So that's the houses that it would be affecting. Every full moon's going to affect you differently. How this one is going to affect you. This one is really hitting you in the earned income house, second house. Hmm. It's not going to really affect your money. You may have an argument with somebody. It's not the biggest of deals. Could be sharp energy around someone. Yeah, you may have an argument with somebody. Possibly an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. No, but you know what? I was intimidated by that bitch. I was. Like I used to try not to have to go near her because I was intimidated. Meanwhile, like how embarrassing. Like I just think to myself like I hope that I raise my daughter to not talk to people like that. You know what I mean? Like I would be embarrassed as a parent. Like that's how you talk to people? Like that's how you act? I don't know, but I guess it made her feel powerful. But at the end of the day, you realize that she's the one that's miserable. I would never want to make anybody feel bad on purpose. I mean, like we've all said stupid things or shit flies out of your mouth wrong sometimes, but you don't mean to hurt somebody's feelings. But she was like intentionally like, if you don't address me, address this. Who the fuck do you think you are? Mustafa. Why does the man with SH feel intimidated by me? I think he thinks that you're smarter than he is. I think he thinks that you're smarter, you're more intelligent, and you're highly intuitive. You know, somebody can be really smart, like book smart, but they don't have street smarts or intuition. He seems to think that you have a little bit of everything. And I don't think that he has intuition. And I don't think that he has street smarts. I don't know. He just thinks that you've got it all going on, and he's a little intimidated by you. That's all there is to that. Uriali, is Tay with anyone, and is it serious? He's got indecision around him for sure, but it does look like his intentions are to move on. He's got the Six of Swords. I don't know that his intentions are to move backwards. He wants to move forward. Kiki, does my older sister want me to go to her college? Mm, two aces and then the Ten of Pentacles. I would say yes. Mustafa, what kind of jewelry should I wear to help me open my third eye and increase psychic abilities? Iolite. Iolite. Anything that's like an indigo kind of color. Iolite is great. Some people like amethyst. Amethyst is supposed to be a really great stone for men. Um, I would get a piece of iolite. Iolite. I feel too like that's a good color for Pisces. Deja, how will the relationship be like with me and this new lover? It's going to be a new journey that moves on quickly. There's success around it. It's well balanced. You get a lot of respect. There's a lot of mutual integrity here, and it could have long-term potential. Afia, what's coming towards me soon? Moving on to greener pastures. You got a Sagittarius. You may be moving on to a Sagittarius. You also have a creative project coming in. You have good luck coming in. You have a soulmate relationship coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, there could be a Sagittarius comes in with a soulmate relationship. Eight of Pentacles. You could be going back to school or learning a new area of study. I'm Pisces, Gemini rising, Leo moon. But I have 3 planets in Aquarius. Kiki, what will he think of me? He's going to think that you're amazing, balanced, patient, serene, creative, attractive, grounded, down to earth, hardworking. Um, he's going to have a lot of respect for you. Kiki, will my friends be happy to see me after my trip? Yes, I think they're going to miss you very much. You're going away a long time. I hope you're going somewhere fabulous. Joseph, am I a star seed? I believe so. Tab, does Ken want to come towards me or walk away or torn? Okay, what's going on here with Ken? Uh, Torn. Feels like the timing isn't right. Feels like he's got choices. Feels a little bit unsuccessful. Feels slow and stagnant. Feels a little bit out of balance, but isn't ready to walk away yet either. Definitely torn. This person's torn. Mustafa, how will my dad's family react if I showed up to my family's functions rarely and showed up in dark clothes with rings I'm thinking of and spoke very little? Um, they wouldn't be happy. They would come off argumentative. They would feel betrayed. They wouldn't be happy. They would feel like you went out of balance. I don't know if they have like a certain idea of how you should act. Sometimes families are like that. I don't think they would be happy. Kiki, am I a starseed? My friends don't believe, but I do. Um, I think you probably are. You know, anybody, those of us that have felt like we don't belong here or like we don't like really fit into the matrix, you know, like we see the world totally different from like what the rest of the world is doing. Those people are usually different, and yeah, you know, if you're not like my one friend always says, if you're not following the script, right? And you've come out of that kind of matrix of what you should be doing and what people expect of you and what comes next, then you're vibrating in a different frequency and you're from a different place. So if you feel like you don't belong here, it's probably because you came from somewhere else. Now, I told this story before. I swear to God, I thought this guy was crazy. His name was Sacred Owl. You can Google it. I went to see him once, and he told me that I was placed, that this is what he said to me, okay? I didn't record it. I mean, he was kind of like, he wouldn't even touch the money when I handed it to him. He, like, I had to put it in like a big shell and he saged everything. And I was like, he didn't want to pick up anything. Okay, I get it. But it was a little bit extreme, even for me. And he said, he goes, some people are here because their parents had sex and they had a child, and it's a human baby. And then he said, some people God has put here. And some people, and this is what he said, something to the effect of, if you can believe that some people may be part alien or maybe from a different place, those people are here too. And he told me that God sent me here. Now, I still think he's crazy, but this is what he said to me. And like along my journey, like talking with my one friend, because she always says the same thing to me. She's like, well, I got out of the script. She's like, I'm not in the script. Now her sister, who is very successful, she's like, my sister's following the script. So she's like, you know, of course, you know, I'm different. I don't do what is supposed to come next. You know, I'm not following the role that they carved out for me. I'm doing my own thing. So anyone that's kind of a little bit different or rebelling against Well, that I don't follow society's rules. I'm not watching Snow White. I'm not looking for the glass slipper. Like I think that there's a bigger picture here. Those people are usually have something a little different going on. And you know what? It might not be an easier path. It's a different path. Yeah, you could be. Yeah. Yeah, and I believe that, who cares what other people think? Like if that's something that you feel, then you know yourself better than anyone else. Kiki, would the Aquarius want me to stay? Yes, the Aquarius would. Mustafa. It's funny, my dad's family is intimidated because there are rumors that I'm occult things and they're getting spooked. Tell me more about my dad's family would react if I showed up. Oh yeah, you would. Yes, and there would be a lot of talk about it. Yeah, yeah, and they would feel like the timing is bad, the love has run out. That you stop them in their tracks, they would be intimidated, they would be undecided, they wouldn't maybe know what to think. Some people wouldn't say anything because they would be afraid. They would be like, I'm going to keep this to myself because I don't want to express how I feel because God knows what He does. That kind of a thing. And they would be disappointed too. There's disappointment. All right. Oh my God, it's 12:30. All right, let's cut off the super chats and I will answer. I think just Mel is probably the only one here at this hour. Um, Kiki, has my ability to pick up on vibes been blocked? No, I don't think anybody can block that. No. Nope. Mustafa, how would my Aunt Rosie feel if she heard that I've been showing up at family functions wearing all black? Okay, let's see. She would be argumentative. She wouldn't be happy. I don't know if she would come at you with this or she would go behind your back and ask somebody else, but she wouldn't be thrilled. She wouldn't be happy at all. And it would actually make her very worried. All right, let's cut off the super chats. Is Mel here? I don't know. I think so. I thought I saw her. And while I wait for Mel, I will answer. Oh, she's not? Okay. How do you guys know who's here and who's not? Is there a way for me to tell? And I just don't know? All right, let me do a couple of people here that I haven't done. Um, no, I definitely didn't do one for Jennifer, but I don't know what the question is because it's gone now. Oh, because she hasn't been posting. Okay. All right, let me do Jennifer Love with Zane. If this person has recently done you wrong or hurt you, that's going to move into the past. But it's still feeling a little bit like the energy is a little unsuccessful around this situation. I don't know if he's kind of backed up and pulled his energy back. He may be very focused on school or work. Um, you could things could change though in this situation. It just may take a little bit of time. You've got the Knight of Cups and then you have divine timing coming in to help you, but it's not happening right away. So maybe a little bit slow right now, and at some point over the next couple of weeks or even the next couple of months you'll turn the corner and and you should hear from him, or things could start to move forward. Kiki, Aquarius. All right, I don't know if I can give you great detail on what this person looks like, but let's see. May have dark hair but light eyes. Maybe tall on the thinner side. I'm thinking dark hair, light eyes, and tall and pretty thin. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm exhausted, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a great night. I will see you sometime tomorrow. Hopefully earlier in the day. God, I've been on a long time. I guess I got a second wind here. um, Mustafa, can you tell me more about how my dad's side of the family would treat me? I don't think that they would treat you. I don't think they would treat you badly. I think that they would talk about you. They would be disappointed and you would be the talk of the town. They would be kind of intimidated by you. They may be afraid because they don't know what you're talking, like what you're into, and they don't want to really mess around with that kind of energy. So I don't think they would be mean or say anything to you, but I think they would be talking amongst themselves. They would be worried that you're into some sort of demon stuff, and but I don't think they would treat you badly because I think they would be afraid. To be honest, I think that they would be afraid. Anyway, all right, guys, have a good night.